Good morning. It's just after 10 o'clock and the most ridiculous thing just happened. So remember I said septic guy was coming today. He's coming to pump our septic. He said somewhere between 9:30 and 10. So I set my alarm on my phone for 9 and 9:30. I woke up each time, and of course he wasn't here. And then I kind of like closed my eyes again, drifting back to sleep. You know, that whole like, I'll just get 5 more minutes of sleep thing. The next thing I know, and I have Candace with me, who barks at like the slightest sound. So, I have Candace at my legs, sleeping. All of a sudden I wake up to the last words, I'm not sure which words, but the last words of the answering machine, somebody on the answering machine. And then I hear, boop, and I'm like, oh crap, that's a septic guy, wasn't it? So I run out from my room to the answering machine, play the message, and it's like, hey, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. Since no one's home, I guess we're gonna have to reschedule. So I look out the window, and there's the septic guy backing away off the street. So I jolt for the front door, unlock, run out, and then I do this like cliche like, wait. And then he stops, pulls back, comes out, and he's like, I guess you didn't hear the doorbell, did ya? And I was like, holy crap. The fact that I slept through the doorbell, and then that Candace didn't even bark. She didn't move. I would have felt if she moved. And she was still sleeping when I ran out of bed to hear what the answering machine was. So that was completely ridiculous. That the dog did not even budge at the doorbell. She usually flips out at the sound of the doorbell. And then sometimes she'll bark when the phone rings. So, man, that was so strange. But he's here. I avoided mishap and did some crazy cliche waving. It's very strange, but very cool at the same time. So, that's all. That's how my morning was. How was yours? So, to go back to yesterday when I said we got an email on school that somebody had some white substance and they were looking into it. Well, it was uranium. Apparently, well, it says they confiscated a package containing low-grade uranium from a student today. Or, well, yesterday. Volusia County's hazmat team, along with DeLance police and fire departments, were called to the scene. They discovered that the amount of uranium was small enough that it could be possessed legally. What do you need uranium for? My mom was freaking out. I'm like, Mom, it's not that big of a deal. Nothing happened. That's basically it. And then it's like, you know, uranium is not exactly on the list of things to bring to school. So he'll be going through the judicial process. So that's something interesting. Not every day a student is found at uranium at your university. So I'm just sitting here doing some homework. And I was doing my poetry homework, which was to find a contemporary-ish poem and respond to it, whether that be by the subject, by the form of the poem, you know, you can, as long as it resembles it in some way, as long as you take something from that and do something with it and make your own poem. So I just did it, and I based it off of, it's called Description of Heaven and Hell by Mark Jarman. Christie's. Anyway, so I did a response to that, and it took me a few minutes to get a version that I liked. It was the last, well, it's 2 stanzas, if you can see. I took the form and slightly the subject, so it's 2 stanzas, 7 lines each. So I took the 2 stanzas, 7 lines each, and kind of responded to the subject. Just like a little bit of the subject. And I actually kind of based it on true experiences. So it's very interesting. And in the second stanza, not the last line, but the 2 lines above it. hardest freaking lines for me to write in this entire poem. Not the first line, no. These 2 lines that lead up to my last statement in my last line. So once I figured out, finally, I rewrote those lines about 10 times, maybe a little bit more. So once I figured that out, I actually really like my poem right now. There's still like a word or 2 that I might change, but I'm pretty satisfied with it. If I don't change it, I might read it, but I'm not sure yet. But that's what I'm doing. I can read the descriptions of heaven and hell, though, that I based it off of. Descriptions of Heaven and Hell by Mark Jarman. The wave breaks, and I am carried into it. This is hell, I know. Yet my father laughs, chest deep, proving I'm wrong. We're safely rooted, rocked on his toes. Nothing irked him more than asking, what is there beyond death? His theory once was that love greets you, and the loveless don't know what to say. I really like this poem. And like I said, I am not a poet lover at all. At all. So, I kind of really connected to this because, first of all, what is there beyond death? That's the only fear I have because I don't know what's there. That's pretty much I don't have any phobias or anything I'm really afraid of except I'm not afraid of death. I'm afraid of what's after death. So this really hit me, and I've had lots of conversations with my parents about this subject, so I drew on some of that and wrote my poem, and it was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I might read it. Once I'm certain that my poem is finished, I will read it, and it's a response to this poem, so yay for getting poems done and actually liking them. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with my poem the way it is, so I'll go ahead and read it. So the title of the other poem was Descriptions of Heaven and Hell, and mine is titled Descriptions of Silence. Let me get prepared here. Descriptions of Silence. The clink of glass on table, my father's wine gone. He tells me, nothing. There is nothing beyond death. He exhales deep, wisps of smoke leaving his mouth and nostrils, the dragon guarding its treasure. But how can you be certain? I ask. He doesn't reply. We sit in silence, lost in thought, minds in different places. All we know is that death greets us all. So, I keep reading it, I'm like, wow, I kind of really like it. So, it may stay like that, or it may change a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it, and it really responds well to the other poem in several ways that I like. So, and there's probably things I'm doing that I'm not even noticing that I'm doing. And the fact that I got 2 pieces of dialogue in there and that it actually like flows, I'm proud of myself. So, yeah. There's my first poem for Poem Workshop. What I'm doing right now, so I am stalling reading another book because I've already read it before and I'm not exactly the biggest fan of it, so I'm stalling. I am going through all of my videos because I started a playlist for Vita when I originally started vlogging, which was Vlog Every Day April. So I put like up to 17 days, I think, or maybe it was 14 or something. I only had a few of the first days in this playlist, and I realized I should probably put all my vlogs in one playlist. So I like click the check box. I checked the box to do all, and I added all my videos to the playlist, but they were all out of order, and like day 150 was up here, and then day 17 was up here, so I basically had to go 150 spots up to put that there, and it was like, grr. So I'm going one by one and adding each video to the playlist. I started with day 18, so now I'm on day 25, one by one by one. Ugh. I finished the playlist, so now if somebody wants to watch all my videos from day 1 to day 153, yesterday, today's 154, they have to sit for 15 hours, 10 minutes, and 18 seconds. That's awesome. Maybe I'll find something else to do before I start reading Leaving Atlanta. Candace, you got a messed up face. She was being so cute, like as soon as I turned off the camera. She knows when I turn on the camera now. Don't you? Don't you? She'd be all cute, cute, cute. Oh, let me get that on film. Stops doing stuff. You messed up your hair again. Candace. Oh, don't lie. You like the internet. Right you are. She's special. Candace, why are you laying like that? Please.
Oh, Daddy, you can't have bubble gum.
I don't know why they're there. Oh, I guess really early Halloween stuff. What is it? Oh my god. I really want to try that.
It's only one.
I want to go to a rave. Let's go to a rave.
No.
I want to go to a rave. Yeah. And now it's Publix. Again, we were here yesterday. Literally. And now it's just preparing everything for tomorrow. Because tomorrow, my family's coming, and that we're celebrating my birthday, which was August 22nd, and then my aunt's, Chachi, Franny, however you want to call her, her birthday, which was on August 21st. So we're doing all the baking and the cleaning and the setting up tonight, so yay. Somebody had a flea. He's looking at the water like,
This is how you help me?
I couldn't resist. Yes, this is how I help. I just take video, that's all. She doesn't exactly like getting baths. Do you, Candace?
She's a wet grass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she's shivering already.
Of course, the air conditioner's on.
Oh, she's cold. She's chilly. You look really ridiculous.
I think tomorrow I might.
Got a longer eyelash.
She's a brat. Oh yeah. There. Those are her eyelashes. They're so long. So I just vacuumed the rug on the porch outside. Not porch, but I vacuumed the rug where we sit outside all the time. And that's what was in it. It's kind of gross. Well, that's all for today. Good night.